But the only way you will ever get to those big, huge goals is if you make medium-sized goals and then smaller goals to get you to the medium goals, and then mini goals to get you to the small goals. Like, that's how it works.
Welcome to My Daily Mindset, where you get an inspirational, educational, and motivational message each day to help you live your best life.
People sometimes ask me, they go, how do you get so much done? And to me, I don't even look at it like that. I don't think I think I should be getting more done. But the answer to this is I set mini goals throughout the day, throughout the week. When we talk about goals, we like to talk about, these big goals, these things that we want to, accomplish and do in life. But that's great. But the only way you will ever get to those big, huge goals is if you make medium-sized goals and then smaller goals to get you to the medium goals, and then mini goals to get you to the small goals. Like, that's how it works. You're not going to just jump from the bottom of the staircase, which is where you started a goal, to the top, which is the finish of the goal. That's not how it works. There's these stairs that you have to go up, and those are mini goals. So I break things down on a daily basis. Sometimes an hourly basis. Like, I break everything down. And that might sound like, oh my gosh, that's tedious. It's really not. It's like a to-do list, but I don't schedule it like hardcore, like, at 9 a.m. I have to do this, 11 a.m. Now, if I have an appointment, sure, I'll put that down. But what I'll do is I'll just kind of sort of, I've always tell you, the night before I schedule my next day. And so the next day I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, whatever, And then as the day progresses, and I just look at them one by one. I don't look at the totality of what I have to do, because when I do that, or when people look at, say like a huge goal, it's intimidating, and they usually don't even start. That's why the mini goals, that's where you start. So the point of this sort of quick little rant is, look, we all want things. We all want goals, but this is what you have to do, is you have to break those goals down into mini goals and break them down weekly. Like, so for this week, right? Say you want to, you have a goal that's 6 months down the line, or next year, or whatever. You have to break that down, and you have to break it all the way down into the weekly, and then finally the daily. And so for this week, what I challenge you is, hey, what do you want to accomplish at the end of this week? What do you want to, and don't make it huge, but make it attainable, right? And then break it down every single day. Do something. It doesn't have to take an hour of your day. It can take 5 minutes of your day, but just to accomplish little things each day. That's how you get to the weekly goals, which allows you to get to the monthly goals, to the quarter goals, to the half year goals, to the year goals, to the life goals. It's pretty simple, folks, but you have to break it down and start small. Don't think you have to be making these gigantic steps, because what happens is, when you accomplish these mini goals throughout the day, the next thing you know, you go, oh man, I'm, a third of the way to where I want to go. And you don't even realize it, because all you're doing is, what did I say yesterday? You're paying attention to what you're doing right now. You're not thinking about the future or the past or in la la land. You're just focusing in on what you have to do right now. You're experiencing life. So let's think about that. As you focus in on these mini goals, you get to experience life as you're accomplishing these mini goals, which will get you to where you want to go, instead of just sitting there daydreaming about, how do I get to this big goal? All right. So what I want you to do is, if you haven't made a mini goal for today, or broken down a bigger goal into mini goals, do that. And it's, don't take a whole bunch of time and analyze it. Just be like, okay, well, what can I do today to accomplish this goal? This is not a very good example, because nobody likes this, but taxes due April 15th. That's a week and a half or whatever. Like, if you haven't done them yet and you're dreading them, instead of waiting until the night before, just pick out 5 minutes and start, like, whether it's a research or whatever you have to do, pulling out some papers, whatever it may be, right? That will get you to the end before you know it. I know that wasn't the best goal example, but you get what I'm saying. So pick out a mini goal today, do it, and then another one tomorrow, and get rolling and get that momentum that I talk about. Once you do, game over. All right, guys, have an amazing one. Remember, this is your life. Live your way. I appreciate you listening today, and hopefully you found something useful in today's message. And if you did find value, please comment. Also share it with somebody else that may benefit from this. And if you haven't already, please subscribe so that you can get an inspirational, educational, and motivational message from me every single day.